Can you take us into someone, a brand, or you don't have to mention names, just someone that you've worked with in the past? What are some of the things you did to help them, and then the results of working with them?
So we're working with a FTSE 100 company. I have been working with them for quite a few months now. We're not yet at the stage where we can say the work is done and all the proof is there. They are essentially a tech platform. So you think, if you're a tech platform, all of their thinking is quite modern. They're post 2000, they're not 150 years old. What was really interesting was we were running a workshop on their brand voice, on brand tone of voice. And one of the first things we did in the workshop was say, let's just do this exercise. Jeremy, you've heard it. If you're a good writer, you picture your reader. And, around the table, 12 people nodded, said, yeah, I've heard that piece of advice, picture your reader. I said, okay, so that's what we're going to do now. We're actually going to ask you to picture your reader, draw a picture of your reader. I'm going to do it as well, but I want you to do it. Draw a picture of your reader when they read what you are writing, when they receive it and when they start reading it. What else is going on in their life? Everyone kind of said, well, I can't draw. Yeah, I know, that's why we're doing it, because it's kind of funny. It's a level playing field. No one can draw, but let's do it. So they had 5-10 minutes to draw. And at the end, you've got a picture of one of their client users sitting at a desk, looking at something on their phone. They've got 3 people shouting around them. You've got someone else, one of their consumer users, because it's a B2B2C business, one of their consumer users in the bath reading something that's been written, and they're reading it on an iPad. So I said to the first person, what does that tell you? And they were like, yeah, it's really interesting. Of course, they are reading it on a mobile phone. I said, so what are the consequences of reading it on a mobile phone? They said, small screen, not much space. They're going to get pings coming up on their phone whilst they're reading it. And I said, and what's going on around them? Well, they've got 3 people asking them questions. They need to be able to, run that team. I said, okay, so knowing all of that, and you've told me that, I haven't told you that, knowing all of that, what does that make you think about the copy you're going to write for them? And they've kind of put their head in their hands and went, it's got to be shorter. It's got to be so much shorter. It's got to be much clearer. If I don't get them within the first 5 seconds of them reading something, those other 3 people are going to get their attention, and I'm lost. And I said to the person whose end consumer users reading their stuff in the bath, so what does it mean? They said, well, even on an iPad, space is not great, but it's pretty good. But, they're in the bath, so I know I've got a bit more time, so I can be a bit more indulgent. I can be a bit more figurative. And that's brilliant. That's great. Radical brevity isn't the answer to everything, but it is the answer to quite a lot. But you've also got to pick your moments there where you can roll up your sleeves and go for a slightly longer piece of copy. So what we're seeing with them is, as a business, they've adopted this mindset of radical brevity. And they're having this conversation. Look, what about our user who's reading it on their mobile phone screen? What's the kind of 3 seconds that is going to get them to engage and follow through? How short can we keep it? How can we get directly to the call to action? It's not brutal. It's not bad copy. It's not charmless copy. It's not characterless copy. It's not unbranded copy. It's branded, characterful, charming, but it's shorter. And that's why it becomes a real skill for copywriters today.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to this channel for more great marketing interviews with today's top industry leaders. And thank you to our partners at Salesforce. Salesforce brings marketing and engagement together. Head over to salesforce.com/marketing.